that's right. G'day, I'm Lee Joey Montag. No, I'm not. I'm above 5'2" in my height. I'm Jaymz Clements, and this is the AFL Today show, your new favourite one-stop shop for all things AFL. Tell you what, joining me for this You Little Beauty is round 2. Hang on a second. How do we have buyers already? Preview sort of show. This is the old midweek madness show. I do love a good midweek madness show. We have local weirdos, full-blown footy nuts. We'd call them AFL experts if they knew anything. It's the stats guy, Lee McAllion.
Wow. I'm just glad can't have a bye this week. Should be a quicker show, so it should be really good.
How dare you? And we've got Alex Donnelly over there taking phone calls and ragging on his girlfriend and all the good stuff.
Yeah, hope you're okay, honey. But whoever's calling me, seriously, leave me alone. I don't need that in my life. But Jim, good for you. Your cardiologist is happy with you this week.
Yeah, no Carlton.
No Carlton.
That's very good.
I wish I actually had one of the heart rate tracker watches or something.
We should do this.
I should do that for a Carlton match.
We'll do a social media update next Carlton game of Jim's
Can
heart
we
rate.
expense a Garmin?
Maybe. Yeah, having that running side by side on like a live stream would be pretty
So you got
amazing.
scores and Jim's heart rate.
I'll bring up my stressometer from last Friday and see how I went. I reckon it was pretty good.
You can have the turtleneck line. It's just where he's absolutely turtlenecking. Righto, you can subscribe to AFL Today, of course, on YouTube. You can follow it on socials. What is it? TikTok. That's absolutely smashing at the moment.
Yeah.
IG. X, all the stuff, and wherever you get your podcasts, of course, because footy is back. Right, let's do the midweek winner of the week. Ooh. This is how we start the midweek shows. Obviously, footy is a midweek winner. Why is that, Jim? I can't hear you ask. I could have actually just gotten you to, one of you to ask that, but the Tassie Devils.
Yes. Got to talk about them.
Don't like the initial jersey, but that's fine. They did come out and say,
it might not be the real one.
It's not actually our actual proper jersey, but 121,000 members was the update that I got this morning from the Sports NXT conference where Andrew Dillon was giving a chat with Eddie Maguire.
One of them right here.
And 121,000 is obviously three times the amount that they wanted, right, by October. 40,000.
Yeah.
So
I feel like they set that. Did they set that really low just on purpose?
I also think they messed up by not having like a tiered level where like some dudes would have paid 100 or 1,000.
True.
I reckon they've left a bit of coin on the table.
That's true.
Yeah,
but they've
you
got
get
all
4 stickers.
But they've got all the details, and then like 6 months they may upsell, be like, you'll get your name on the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
It is a great setup for the 19th AFL team. The Tassie Devils, I do love the colours. You can't really go wrong.
Great logo.
The logo is sick with the roaring sort of Tassie Devil, of course. But in terms of the jersey thing, it was very clearly like, it's the state of Tassie. It's like, all right,
cool.
Not a great jumper. And also that's the state jumper. Also, this is now a bit weird. And they did sort of go, well, no, it's not the final one.
I reckon they just said that after they're like,
of course they did.
We're going to bring in a heritage round, and Port Adelaide will get to wear the prison bars, and Tasmania gets to wear the state. Yeah,
I like it.
But I do love the Tassie Devils. We're all here for it, I think.
Very excited. Yeah.
Big thumbs up.
Literally paid for the membership.
He's literally a member.
Yeah. What was it? Tuesday night, Monday night?
Yeah.
Yep. Signed up.
And speaking of other midweek winners of the week, James Sicily. There's a big fan of Tassie right there.
He's not going there.
Got off from his Karate Kid impersonation on Andy McGrath, wasn't it?
Yeah. How can you get off for kicking someone?
The reason
I'm going to talk about this in a second.
was just literally Andy McGrath being a good bloke.
They didn't count his evidence.
That's
though.
what it came.
Yeah,
because it's like,
I reckon they did that.
It's because
Stitches get snitches, that's why.
Stitches get stitches, you mean?
There you go. Snitches get stitches.
Talking about Lilo and Stitch? I don't know what's going on here.
Hey, Stitch will mess someone up.
But also, in terms of other midweek winners of the week, having just come from the Sport NXT conference where they've got basically talking about the future of the sport across a broad range of things, but we had Eddie Maguire chatting with Andrew Dillon, the new CEO of the AFL. Talking about ball tracking technology got me a bit excited.
Yeah.
That was the one thing in the sort of very soft ball Eddie Maguire. Here you go, Andy. Here's an alley-oop. Dunk it. And off he went. But the ball tracking technology was the one thing that really stood out to me. It's like, yes, they're working on this. Let's get it implemented. They're implementing it right now. So VFL and VFLW, I think, this weekend.
Maybe VFA as well, I think.
Very exciting times. Now, if we can sort of just get that into, NFL as well, which is...
I'm surprised NFL don't have that, actually.
Billion-dollar industry stats, boy.
It's a lot bigger than that.
Trying to figure out.
Yeah.
You got
Dallas Cowboys are worth $1 billion.
You got a 60-year-old dude just standing on the side. I think the ball finished there. What are we doing here? Anyway, let's do some yeah nahs. That's what we do every Wednesday. AFL footy yeah nahs. Quick one. Yeah, now will Nick Dacos be the first captain of the Tassie Devils? What do you-
Yeah.
Nah,
Big yeah.
Nah, what is that? Surely not.
They'll literally offer him ownership of Launceston, everything that comes with it, and he'll say yeah.
But his dad might disown him if he goes
Who
to
cares? He'll be like, Dad, I've already won 3 Brownlows and 4 flags. I'm better than you. I'm going to go make all of Tasmania's money and become the Prime Minister of Tasmania.
Oh, the Prime
Because
Minister
they'll
now.
abdicate from Australia.
Abdicate?
Yes.
Secede?
Secede,
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever.
I don't think that's where
Nick
that was going.
Dacos will be the first captain because they'll literally offer him all the money that you can possibly
I'm going to
offer.
say, nah, no chance. What was the list of Fox Footy throughout their stats guy?
That's a very good question.
I forgot it, he said.
No, I've got it. You got Matty Rao, which would be an awesome pickup. No,
Imagine all the grass down there. He'd be able to eat it until the cows
There
come
is a lot
home.
of
Wait,
grass.
so is this a yeah, nah if we think they're going to be there in 2028?
Yeah, keep going.
So yeah, this is the free agents, as
Yeah,
Jim said,
nah.
in 2027. So Matt Rao,
Nah.
Noah Anderson,
Nah.
Yeah.
Lockie Ash,
Nah.
Yeah.
all of them. Hayden Young,
Nah.
Nah.
Caleb Sarong,
Nah.
Liam Henry,
Nah.
Nah.
Tom Meaty Boy Green,
Nah.
Nah.
Cozzy Pickett,
Nah.
Yeah.
yeah, Will Day,
Nah.
Nah.
Miles Bergman.
Nah. All right, this sucks, right?
Yeah.
All I know
I was
is
gonna say, do I have to read them all out?
Colby McKercher and Riley Sanders will be in the starting lineup of that first Tasmanian team, and Stats Guy's going to cry.
If Colby McKercher goes, yeah, that will ruin my.
He's a Tasmanian.
Yeah.
They'll offer him a boatload of money because he's played
Yeah, but
4
we'll
years
have-
of
we'll have
footy.
two
It's
flags
Jason
by then,
Horn
so-
Francis all over again. It's just
Literally,
like,
these Tassie dudes are literally in the AFL system right now to get prepped up to be the starting lineup.
just
We'll
like
hopefully
with,
be in
just
the
like with the
finals.
ladies, Stats Guy's heart is there to be broken. So it's a bit of a tough one. Right, has Sam Switkowski already got the smother of the year sewn up? And have Freo already got their worst 15 minutes of footy out of the way for 2024 after that first quarter against the Lions of the weekend? Yeah, nah.
Yes to the smother, nah to the worst 15 minutes.
I'll agree with both of those.
I don't think they were as terrible as everyone thinks they were. They gave away some soft free kicks and turned over the footy badly, so they could play way worse.
Yeah, I think they could have 4 quarters of
Yep.
bad footy, not just 15 minutes. So definitely no.
Have the Bombers faithful already jumped the gun over Archie Perkins? Yeah, nah.
Now, what do we mean? Like
Like-
as in, someone said he could be Isaac Heaney, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, I think I was talking about this with Leo, obviously on the show as well, before. He has these couple of games and then he'll go missing for 5 games. So I think Bombers fans and Supercoach players need to chill.
I want to see 3 games of Archie Perkins
Yes.
back to back to back, where
Yes.
he's actually just
He's
good the
got to
inside.
play in the midfield this weekend.
Nice.
Yep.
Should the Western Bulldogs swing Aaron Norton to the back line? What are you doing? Barbs is
No,
Barbs
that's
are chaos this week.
100% I agree with this. Yeah.
reckon?
Yep.
The flying headband back
He's
in the
clearly
back line.
not working in the forward line. They don't have enough tools in defence. He has played like one of those
He
roles.
started as a backman.
He started as a backman. He had played a couple of games where they just put him in defence at the end of the game. He can take a mark. He can't kick. He can take a mark. Put him in defence. There
There you go. Don't mind that.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Let's go.
yeah. I'm saying
I mean, Bevo makes weird decisions. This wouldn't be weird.
All right,
No,
quickly, let's go. Barbs also goes, should I feel bad admitting I was barracking for Richmond as they were pretty brave last Thursday night? Yeah, you should feel bad, because you should never feel good barracking for Richmond.
Yeah, but I don't want to back
because
for
they're
Carlton.
absolutely just the worst. They've had all this success. Oh, they're so brave. I don't care how brave they are. Blow out your nose, Tigers fans.
But is it
Jeez.
also because like you're technically in charge of our content team that Barbs is in?
Maybe.
I'm saying nah, just because I was going for the umps. I don't want Carlton or
I
Richmond to win.
don't care.
Yeah.
Going for the umps, yeah. They really tried to balance out that game. This sort of leads into Barbs' last barb. Are Carlton pretenders? Yeah, nah. I mean, I'd say yeah.
I'm going to say nah.
As a Carlton fan, of course.
So I'm going to say nah because I reckon they're playing to the level of their opposition. So against Richmond, it's going to be horrendous and scrappy.
I agree with that. Same as Collingwood last year.
Against Brisbane Lions, that second half was fantastic. Against the Swans, it was a drag-out brawl. So I'm saying they're just playing to the level of their opposition.
That's what's Carlton
So
does.
they're not
A
pretenders.
lot of the time, yeah.
So last year, the run of 50-point wins was awesome, but it was also like horrible teams that we smashed, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously the last, 6 games were won by less than
Really
a
Think
goal.
of your first quarter against Brisbane. Awesome.
We're completely just skipping over the simple fact that Carlton are also missing like 7 of their best 22 at this point.
That's not
So-
bad. Well, I'm also saying
There is a lot though.
I'm
Yeah.
also
5 or
saying you're not pretenders.
Yeah,
I
they're not
agree.
pretenders.
I agree.
They're a finals team.
Yeah, top 4.
Fingers crossed.
Top 4.
But the big one, Rosie and Butters. We talked about this on the Sunday night show, the Monday show. Rosie and Butters out
said
there in
that,
Port Adelaide. Are they in the top 3 best midfield duos in the league? Yeah, nah. This is going for this season. So far this season, right
They've only
now.
played
We
One
have
game,
100 minutes
Exactly.
of football to go off. Let's not go early, but yeah, they're the best duo in the league.
I'm trying to look at the list here.
So
I'll
the
say
list, I'll
they're
read
top
out,
2.
I'll read out the list because I think they're the best. Petrarca and Oliver. Are they better than Petrarca and Oliver?
Oliver, we've got a lot of the
They
ball
are,
this
they
week.
are, they are. Because but Oliver gets a lot more of the ball, and Petrarca's just a better player than both of them. So yeah,
Okay, Bont and Libba.
I'd say
Saying
They
nah.
played a better game.
nah.
Yeah, and it's this year only, stats guy.
Yeah, okay, nah then.
Green and insert GWS player, which literally could be Whitfield, Kelly, Cogs.
Not Whitfield.
Let's go Kelly and Cogs.
Kelly and Cogs. Oh, no.
No, Green and
Cogs.
Cogs.
Yeah,
I
Green
reckon.
and-
They're
Green
the two
and
main
Cogs,
ones.
Just imagine the guns.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely not better
Lot
than
of
Rosie
beef.
and Butters. Yeah.
Rowell and I'm going to say Rowell and
Two.
Anderson.
Oh, Rowell and Anderson. I think they could be in the top 3 now from the start of the season.
Heen Machine and Chunley.
Rowell's got the most clearances by a mile.
Heen Machine and Chunley are second for this season.
Yeah,
They're definitely not number 2 of
if
this
you
list
did a
overall.
trio and you chucked in Goulden, then I'd say they were first. Yeah.
Goulden only started like 6 centre bounces. So
Anyway,
Dacos and
Dacos,
Degoe.
Degoe.
Absolutely not. They only run one way.
Dacos has been very good, but to go.
And finally, Sarong and Brayshaw.
Okay.
Sarong got the Freo
Sarong.
record of touches, actually,
Yeah.
46. So yeah.
David Mundy had the record of 44. Could
I'd
you
just
believe
say
that?
Adam Chera and Paddy Cripps.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sam
No,
Walsh.
Rosie and Butters, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
They are probably my favourite 2 so far this season.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, I mean, it's one
They
game,
played
but
West Coast, but yeah.
They looked incredible. The other final big year for the midweek madness edition of AFL Today, the AFL should go to a best of 3 grand final series. Yeah,
Nah, why are we even talking about this? Are we in America?
I don't know,
No.
because there was a massive article about it in the Herald Sun
AFL.
yesterday.
Wait a minute. Why?
Oh, money, yeah.
When he
Well,
does
it's money,
this.
you might as well do a best of 15 series.
Oh,
or
yes,
something.
he's
I don't know.
talking
That's a
about
great
the
idea.
money.
No, it's a crap idea.
This is why we're going to have an extra round of footy next year.
I know,
These
money.
ones, baby.
All right, but just in terms of not money, just in terms of this, that's
Good
crap.
stats, guy.
That's
Imagine
crap.
if you had a grand final, like you played the first grand final in Melbourne, and then say it was like Sydney and Brisbane or GWS and Brisbane. Next one in Sydney, next one in Brisbane. Or you play the third and final one at the MCG.
Oh, that would annoy
Then
me.
you might miss out on a third game if the
Also,
it's the
each
first
grand
turn.
final, there's like 5 players because it's such an intense game. They're getting like the next week. They showed in the replay grand final. The standard wasn't as good. There was injured players and things like that.
Kilda were cooked.
The third game of a grand final series, there'll be
great.
people crawling on the
I
ground.
mean, NBA best of 7.
To be honest,
Baseball
I
best
just
of
want to
7.
get to a point where
they
we
get a
have,
tackle in those
if we want to just expand this, we could go to the playoffs, we could have best
play-in.
of 3 series, we could have the play-in. To be honest,
Can we not Americanize
You know what
everything?
we need?
boy.
More footy all the
This is
time.
crap.
Alex,
This is crap.
you need to listen to me for 1 second here.
no.
Because you know what we could do?
Oh, no.
We go through the entire season.
Oh, no.
We get to September. Then we start the playoff series. We go best of 3. You know how much footy we can eke out of this? We go all the way through to
Christmas.
February.
I want
We
more
go to
footy.
February, grand final around the same time as the Super Bowl, 3-game series, boom, into the next season. Bob's your uncle.
And then they're playing the-
12 months of footy. Let's go.
I'm even 12 months of footy.
I don't need a break. The players don't need a break. I was so angry we
Smart
didn't have
one.
footy to talk about for 6 months.
11 and a half. They get a couple of weeks off.
All right. Maybe.
So,
Go to Bali.
For 2 weeks and then they're back in.
But the real answer is no to 3 grand finals.
I'd say no as well.
Coward. Right, big calls. What are the big calls this week? Sicily should have been rubbed out for at least a week. You can't karate kick a dude.
I agree.
I go, oh, we didn't mean to kick him that hard. It's like,
He still did.
still
Yeah.
kicked him. Like, I
How is
didn't
this
mean
a
to
big
like.
call for the week. Aren't we talking about this weekend? Or you
He's
just
saying he should still be.
It's a
yeah.
midweek big call. Our big calls for the weekend coming are on the Thursday show, Alex. Are you keeping up? All right.
No.
Sicily should have been rubbed out for a week because the simple idea, if you're going to go Daniel Son on somebody midair,
Daniel-san.
what are you doing? You're going to crane kick a dude, go, oh, I didn't mean to kick him that hard. And the
I
dude's
thought-
like, oh, well, he kicked me a little bit. He still kicked him.
He still kicked him.
What
I
are you
agree.
doing? We're trying to like legislate this out of the game. He goes out and goes bang. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, I don't think that was fair. To be honest, though, the George Hewitt situation, I'm sort of falling on both sides of the coin here. But rub Sicily out because he hates Tassie and he sucks. Right, Alex.
This young kid, Nick Dacos, plays his 50th game this weekend. You may have heard of him.
Yeah, maybe.
The overreaction by everyone in Victoria to a dude playing his 50th game has been too much.
I
What are you
agree.
talking about? The overreaction is like the simple fact that he's achieved so much and it's still only his 50th game. I think that's
I
chaos.
don't care.
Yeah.
I
You're
think that's
ranking,
awesome. Are you
ranking
kidding?
his 50 games in order of 1 through 50.
Yeah, that annoys me. That
That's
annoys
like over the top.
What are you
Travis,
talking about? Every bit of Dacos like content you can like spin out.
They're gonna get hits
you
on
a
it.
goal.
No.
What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Travis Boak is playing
Nah, just go
game
back up to Sydney.
350
Go back to
this
Sydney.
weekend.
Stats boy, yours. Big
Oh,
call.
I didn't know we were doing it just for the week, so I've already
no.
gone early on Suva 6 Plus. for my North Melbourne. No Brendan Cox, Oscar McDonald injured. You got Alex Pearce, I think, is really slow. He'll come back into the side. Luke Ryan isn't a lockdown defender.
That game's at Marvel, isn't
Marvel as well. Suva loves Marvel. He probably averaged 3+ there last year. 6+ I think is well on the cards. I'm not sure if North can win, but what did he kick on the weekend? 3. So I reckon he can double that against a pretty average Freo defence.
Nice one.
They just belted Brisbane.
I know, but
kept them goalless for nearly 2 quarters.
Brendan Cox and Oscar McDonald were 2 of their big guys back there.
Mate, you had Joey D, Chucky, and
Pearce.
Hipwood running around, and they kept Brisbane goalless for 2 quarters.
Isn't that Marvel, the fortress?
They kept Brisbane goalless.
All right, Super 6 is not that outrageous. Easy gun.
Then it's not a big call if it's not outrageous.
No, it's quite literally a big call because 6+ is a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
I'm on the ton, so I need this.
It's Wednesday. That means we'll be taping our show for Thursday evening for your Friday morning consumption.
Live.
When teams are dropped on Thursday evening. That will be just before Thursday night football. So on our Wednesday show, we always do the Thursday night footy preview. This week, we have St Kilda taking on the Collywobbles.
Huge.
I don't know if you, so Alex going off his rocker about Dacos's 50 games. I love the idea. It's ranking 50 games. I would right now go back and rank every single one of Paddy Cripps's games, and I would read every bit of that. So someone go out there and do it. But
that's also because Patrick Cripps has also achieved a lot and sustained it over 10 years of football.
Hasn't won a flag. But still, the idea that Collingwood are 0-2, we joked about this on Sunday night. The simple idea is not many people are going to talk about Collingwood being 0-2, and especially with Brisbane being 0-2, that'll probably just pass everybody
TikTok
by.
didn't realise that you were joking about that. Just come on,
wait.
Come on, guys.
No.
Yeah, they're like,
One
why
dude
is this
took
guy
you
being so
way too
serious?
seriously.
Yeah, it was
and then
very
he's like,
weird.
"You're talking about stuff from last year." It's like, yes.
So a few people on those comments need to smarten up a bit.
Oh, Lord. That's my Stephen A. Smith drop right there. But Collingwood are 8.5-point favourites at the MCG, which is actually randomly a St Kilda home game.
Yeah, so they've requested to get one feature game a year at the MCG. After
Why did they give it to the Collingwood game? That's a joke.
Because it's Collingwood and because it's Spud's game.
Yes, but
It's Spud's game, but at the same
That's
time,
a
you've
joke,
got
I
to
reckon.
completely cooked yourself because there's going to be 50,000 Collingwood fans there.
yeah, money.
Yeah, I
as
know,
well.
you get the money. but
If
at the
this
same
was
time,
at Marvel, I reckon Saints would be favourites.
you could probably throw this up against Richmond. You'd probably get as many of your members in there as well. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Either way, 8.5-point favourites of the Pies, which is weird. 0-2 team.
Yep.
St Kilda were brave in defeat. God, I hate that. You lost, sucked in. Over-under is 162.5 points. I am flying under that under.
Yeah.
It's Collingwood versus this is two of the
Saints
top
lockdown.
4 defenses from last year.
And Collingwood kicked 3 junk time goals when the Swans were high-fiving last week to get them to 69 points.
Well, the big problem was this week is that Collingwood were high-fiving even though they were getting beaten.
Yeah.
That's just disgraceful.
Oh, is it?
Get a hold of yourself, Collingwood. I can't believe you're high-fiving while you were losing. That's just, won't somebody please think of the children? What are they going to do? They're going to be running around high-fiving each other even if they're losing.
What are they doing?
Stats guy, what are you laughing
Oh, we don't
for?
want
This
any-
is a serious topic. You
There's
can't be high-fiving when you're losing.
How come they didn't go harder about how hard they celebrated when Lockie Schultz kicked that goal after the siren? They must have taken under 39.5-point defeat.
yeah, that was actually pretty late in the game, wasn't it?
Sick for me, back the Swans 40 plus.
I had
Right.
Schultz in my multis. I was happy.
So Collingwood last week obviously beaten soundly by the Swans. St Kilda go down to GMHBA, come flying
They
out of
played pretty
nowhere.
well, yeah.
Kicked 9-14.
Fantastic
That didn't help.
in the
Max
second
King
half
played
against
well.
the Cats. But I feel like this will
No
be
forward line, Max King.
it'll be a defensive slog, right?
Yep,
So this
I
is the arm wrestle. The 8.5 line feels pretty bang on, and I feel like it'd be pretty easy to take St Kilda plus 8.5 and Collingwood just eke out a win. But I think Collingwood win. I don't think they start 0-3. I'm just saying. I'm going to go the under as well. Alex, your vibe?
Ross is going to put the clamps on this game. He's going to turn this into just a disgusting drag-out brawl. Both teams will struggle to get past 10 goals. I think the Saints eke one out because Collingwood just I think St Kilda have a bit more run and carry and pace to take them through because you saw the way that they wanted to play in bits and pieces last week. There was run and dash.
Off half
it
back,
just really didn't click, whereas Collingwood, there wasn't much run and dash. And the pressure that the Swans brought will be similar to the pressure that the Saints bring. And unless Nick Dacos in game number 50, surprisingly, has 40 touches and kicks
Is
through.
it game 50 for Nick Dacos? That's awesome.
Who would know about that?
I think, this is like a 71 to 52. And it's just,
I agree.
71-59 is my final
Yeah,
call.
so
Stats
I'm
guy?
tipping the Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints.
I can't believe it.
What am I going to go? Saints as well by 9. I can't believe I'm tipping the Saints against Collingwood at the G.
I hate it.
But I can't bring myself to tip the Pies. I was there at the game that Alex was at, the Sydney Collingwood game. Collingwood were horrible. They didn't. I feel like it's going to take a few more weeks for them to adjust.
But it's also like, are Sydney that good? Where do we think Geelong are? It's all of that.
I do agree Sydney were good, but it was partly Collingwood looked really bad. Just some of the turnovers and things like that. I think they're going to take a few more weeks to adjust. The other thing is Saints don't kick a big score, but Collingwood, as we've talked about the last couple of weeks, they don't know how to kick a score at the moment. So I'm going the Saints. Saints also won the last time they met at the G.
I mean, Wilkie's a bloody good defender as well. So
Saints.
Nice one. There you go. 2 for Saints, 1 for
I can't believe I'm tipping the Saints.
I can't believe I'm tipping the Saints.
I hate tipping the Saints.
I hate this.
I can't believe I'm the one backing the Pies.
I know, usually you're the one that's...
I just need to go take like a sandalwood bath or something. This is just gross stuff. SuperCoach, though, for round 2. Weirdly enough, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we have a bye week because we have no Carlton or Brisbane this week because we definitely need buys in round 2. Come on, Andrew Dillon, figure your stuff out.
Should have told him.
I should have. Excuse me, Andrew. What is the go with these buys? But that means for SuperCoach, best 18 stats guy. Take us through it.
Yeah, best 18, which I almost forgot about, but it's handy because most people don't have too many of the Brisbane and Carlton players. So you get only your 18 of your 22 on field, so your best 18 scores, and it really helps you get a decent score.
It also means you can duck some of those injuries like the Gibcus one if you want to just
if you don't want to do it yet.
You don't want to trade him out.
I was about to say that.
I've made 2 trades, but I've kept Gibcus in my team because
even if he played, some of those rookies are going to be your lowest score anyway, so they wouldn't even count. So you can put off the trade a bit, suss out another week, and it's best 18 for the. I think it's best 18 for the next 4 or 5 weeks. So you can put off a couple of trades if you want in this period with the best 18.
Nice one. So in terms of captaincy, I think the best play is to VC Dacos.
Yep. I'm VC and Dacos.
Have you heard that it's his 50th game?
Oh, really? Maybe there's a lot of pressure on his 50th game.
Maybe we should rank every single one of his games.
I'll tell you why Collingwood haven't been winning, because they haven't been fanning the camera to his father.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but that's because...
Wait, has Bobby Hill changed his hair? I need an update.
Not yet.
If Bob Hill's hair's back to normal, I'm changing my tip.
Nice. Yeah, same, actually.
So in terms of your captaincy, VC goes on Dacos for Thursday Night Footy, I think, and then you can just let it ride.
Tom Green.
Because if he rips off 135 again, he's ripped off 132, 135.
I think anything 125, 130, you can bank in for him being your vice captain.
And I reckon you have Tom Green as your captain because it's the last game of the weekend up against West Coast.
Yep.
Yeah, don't mind that.
If you've got
he could
Tom
get
Green,
50 touches.
You've also, do you want to captain Bont? Or have Bont as your captain against Gold Coast?
No.
No, they got a good midfield Gold Coast.
I can't trust anything in Ballarat. I'm from Ballarat. You can't trust me either.
Yeah, Petrarca against Hawthorn.
That's not a bad one to be fair.
Chunley or Errol or Heaney against Essendon.
It's Green against West Coast.
It's Green. Yeah. Green's the best option.
We've also got Heen Machine against Essendon. This is going to be a crucial one for SuperCoach. I'm trying desperately to get the Heen Machine into my team.
I've snuck him in.
I hope it goes bad because I can't beat him. And
man.
I used to like Sydney until I met Alex, but yeah, that's right.
Alex has that effect on people. I still
like Sydney.
I used to like X, but then I met Alex, and it's like, Anyway, but obviously the big names, you got the bubble-ish, sort of roiling and bubbling after 2 rounds for a couple of teams. But we saw last week Billings bounce back in a really big way.
Yeah, I was trying to get him in, yeah.
Shocking first week. You've got Tom Berry on the bubble as well. And then you've got D'Ambrosio. After 1 week, he scored 122.
I had him in my team and I bloody pulled him out. He looks really good off halfback, especially the G. I think he's going to have another really, really good week. And even if you only have him for another couple of weeks, he's going to rocket up in price.
So did you have Gibcus?
I didn't have any injuries somehow, so I was lucky.
I had Gibcus and
most people had Gibcus and Reid, so that's a bit
I've got Gibcus and Reid as well, and I'm sitting there going, cool, awesome, thank you for the best 18 scoring, so I'm going to try to finagle
Marty Hall from Melbourne is a decent pickup. He got 60, I think, which isn't too bad, and I think he's got a bit of upside to him off halfback. So
House is also there, House as well.
House is really good too.
I've bought in Howes and Heaney.
Yep, Howes on the bubble. I already had him, which is great.
Perfect.
So luckily there. But either way, SuperCoach, you can go check out the official SuperCoach podcast. It's hosted by some ginger idiot. Right. It's
I'm the idiot.
That'll do, though, for AFL Today for this Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow evening. We'll be going live with the teams, myself, Stats Boy, and Leo, which will be pretty fun. So you can watch that live. You can also listen to it whenever you want after that. But remember to smash a like across all of the socials because that's where all our stuff is. We're filling all your footy games during the week, right? Facey, IG, X, Threads, TikTok, and of course YouTube. You can watch all this and subscribe, star, and like all of our shows, including this one. We've got the Cricket Today podcast, the Football Today podcast, NBA Australia, Hold All tickets, There'll be NRL Today launching soon as well. And get around all of those shows like you would be if you're Tony Plugger Lockett around the Meat Lovers Pizza at the all-you-can-eat Ballarat Pizza Hut in 1989.
Bring it back.
I think it was it was like a 6th or a 7th birthday party that I was at. And it's like, oh my God, it's Tony Plugger Lockett.
Eating a Meat Lovers.
Jim, was that the peak of your life? Maybe. Right. No, that was the 95 Carlton Blues final. Righto, but that's it. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you, Stats Boy.
Thank you.
And that's it. We'll catch you later this week for more AFL Today. Until then, look after yourselves, would you? And remember, footy's back.